Awesome. Well, welcome everybody to the second edition of the Mailbox Power Builders Call. It's good to see all the faces and people that are interested in actually building the Mailbox Power business. So tonight, we wanted to talk a little bit more about mindset and also share our philosophy on how to build Mailbox Power to create what Mike and I call a great foundation or a cement base that keeps your checks coming. So you want to share?
First, before we get started with the how we show you how we build, I want to talk about mindset a little bit again. I think in order to be able to be successful at anything, you have to have the right mindset, and you have to want to succeed in whatever it is you're doing. I know in our careers, if you want to be successful, you almost have to commit yourself, body and soul, to what you're doing. And so what we're going to be asking you to do is do the same thing here, because you're working for yourself. So commit to yourself that you're going to be doing what you need to do to be able to build. And I don't know about some of you, but I know some of the things that kind of held me back was my mindset about money. Growing up, I had always heard that it's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to get into heaven. And so that's kind of kept me back and maybe sabotaged my efforts sometimes. And while I don't want to turn this into any kind of a religious discussion or anything, I think it's important to examine how you look at money. And sometimes we only reach the level of success that we're able to conceive in terms of money. So maybe take a look at that. One thing that was brought to my attention, there's another passage in the Bible that basically says, it's in Ecclesiastic, I believe, but it says that whoever hoards or keeps to himself will be cursed, but whoever enriches others and sells to others, they will have great success. So I think it depends on how you're looking at things that can actually change the way you are actually appearing in the marketplace.
Yeah, I mean, you can take anything. You can read a book and take one or two sentences out of the book and not keep it in context of the whole book, and it's a totally different perspective. So it's just make sure that the best way to say it is to make sure that you're looking at the whole picture and not just listening to one, whether it's a mindset thing, one thing in your brain or that, but wrap your head around the whole thing instead of getting stuck in one sentence or one thought, I guess is the right word.
And I think that's really what it is. It boils down to what your view of the world is sometimes, whether or not you achieve the success that you want. But what we're going to show you tonight actually comes from Steve Schultz. Steve had this way of presenting a comp plan in a way that he created what he called success units. And so that's kind of what we've done with Mailbox Power. And we're going to show you how you actually create a success unit and why we call them success units. But I'm going to go ahead and share our screen.
I mean, even if you've listened to Eric Worre, what is the building block of your business? And we're just going to call it a success unit because that's what we learned from Steve. And Marie or Gail, can you see our screen? Give us a thumbs up. Awesome.
Okay, basically, it boils down to what we call paid for. Okay, and what that is It starts basically with you. It's a simple concept. It starts with you as an affiliate. So you come into the business and then you start talking about the business and bringing other affiliates into the business. And I'm going to move so you can see what we're doing here. But as you continue to build, and hopefully what we're doing is we're putting in affiliates that have the same membership that you do or higher. And one thing we should probably tell you is when we show you this, it's a perfect way to build, but nothing is ever perfect. So you're going to have light members, you're going to have pro members, you're going to have executive members. But if you're able to do this symmetrically, like we're showing you here, you're able to complete what we call a success unit. And the reason we call it a success unit is because you have yourself and you have 4 partners that are doing this with you. And if you show them how to do it the same way, you continue the same pattern. And so when you become a super affiliate, you're going to be able to earn on that second level.
So the other reason why we want to teach you to build in success units, and we've got affiliate here because that is the optimal, and we want to teach every customer to get their system paid for. And if you have 4 people, it more than pays for your membership. So just 4 people as a pro member that you have signed up or shared the business with and have come on as a pro member, that's $126.40. So that's well more than the $79 pro membership, and it kind of covers your postage and some of your gifts. The other reason, and I've mentioned this in some morning calls, the other reason to build this success unit, and I learned this, I wouldn't say the hard way, but when I have a customer or an affiliate that has already signed up and sponsored 2 or 3, even if they haven't gotten to 4, the likelihood of them dropping off is very slim. And even if they do, you win. Because think about it, if you have an affiliate that's brought on 2 other affiliates or 2 customers at the pro, and now 80% of their membership is covered, and they say, no, that's all right, I'm done. Well, instead of only having 1, now 2 people have moved up to your front line. So you're actually making double the money, but it's cementing them in, because at 80%, when you make that phone call when they've dropped off, because there's been many times that I get a text message that says somebody dropped their membership. If I pick up the phone and call them and say, you do realize that 80% of it was covered, you're really only spending 20% of it. They're like, oh, I had never thought of it that way. And so that's why we talk about building in success units, because it more than covers your membership and helps you to have marketing dollars for your postage and everything else.
And I like the way that Brenda says that we cement them in. And when you think about anything that you're building, say you're building a house or whatever, what goes in first? It's a foundation. So what we're doing is we're showing you how to build the foundation for your business in Mailbox Power.
Now, if you go out and you just do it again and you bring on 4 more, the numbers start getting pretty big, and now you're creating a marketing budget for yourself. And when you teach others to do the same, think about it. What would $252.80 look like in marketing dollars? How much could they love on their clients and their circle of influence? Or how much marketing could they do with postcard marketing, reaching out to new potential clients to grow their business? That is $250 a month. That's in a way free money to them for marketing. And then if they have gotten to super affiliate, now this is, you only get paid on level 2 if you're a super affiliate, which is 30 pro members and only 10 executive. And we'll talk about that in a minute, because it's the equivalent of 30 pro members gets you to the super affiliate. So the quicker you can get there, the better, because then you start earning on the people on that second level.
And take a look at that second level. If what you're doing is you're earning 10%, which is $790, and you multiply that times 4. Every time that second level affiliate brings in 4, it's almost like you signed up
Another
pro member.
Yeah.
So that's how the money is showing up in your account. And that's why it's a great incentive to show people how to go out and do the same thing that you're doing.
So then that was based on pro, but what if you're an executive and paying the $199 and bring on 4 executives, whether they be customers or affiliates? Again, I think every customer should be an affiliate. There's no extra cost to be an affiliate. And when you say to them that we have a referral program that doesn't cost anything extra, we just have to add your social or your EIN number into the system so that we can pay you when those referrals come in. Who wouldn't want to do that? I say it's no harm, no foul. If you never use that link and never share it with anybody, it didn't cost you anything to do that. So if you bring on 4, that's $318.40. And again, if you do it again and duplicate it, $636.80. That's quite a bit of marketing dollars. And the way I like to explain it is they don't have to use all those marketing dollars in Mailbox Power. They actually, at that point, if that's more than what they need in Mailbox Power to love on their clients, although that with gifts and brownies and we start adding gifts in, that's not that much. But let's say they need to do some digital marketing or something else, that money can be pulled out and put in their business bank account to use for other things. So how much marketing dollars do you want for your business for all of your marketing, not just your Mailbox Power? And of course, if you sign up 8, you're only 2 away from being a super affiliate. And if you were a super affiliate and all those people had also brought on 4, that's another 307. So you're talking about almost $1,000 in marketing dollars. And I've had several people in the last few days say to me, but can you really make money at this? That's just you finding 8 and teaching all of them to just go find 4. What business doesn't know 4 other businesses that can utilize this program and help their business? It's just that we have to think differently. It's about mindset. And I like to refer to it as a referral program instead of affiliate program, because some people just don't understand affiliate program. Whoops.
That's
So
basically,
share.
Yeah. That's basically how we've learned to build Mailbox Power, is by building those success units.
And again, if everybody has a minimum of 2 or 3, especially if they have 3, their membership is paid, definitely paid for, and part of their postage. But that cements those levels, that those are never going to go away. So that means your residual income is cemented in, because why would somebody leave if they've got more money coming in than the membership? It's like a free system for them. All they have to then pay for is the gifts and the postage. So there is, in a way, it eliminates their membership. And if you explain it in that way, I think people are way more open to sharing Mailbox Power with other businesses.
Marie.
Thank you, guys. Can you address, you just used the term, Brenda, as you're talking with someone about becoming an affiliate, you said, and then all you need to do is teach your 4 to go and do the same thing. So use the word teach.
Mm-hmm.
And my question is, address, if you would, the part that you play with the people that an affiliate brings in, because what you've told them is it's a referral program, not an affiliate program. All you have to do is refer people. So talk about that relationship, your relationship with the people that they have brought in. Are they relying on you for training?
So I always say to all of them that come in is that, especially for the first 3 or 4 presentations, I will do them for them. And then that way they learn how to talk about Mailbox Power to others. And then at that point, and I don't train their new customers unless we do it as a joint, I then send them all to the 101 and 102 trainings and the pre-recorded 101 training, to say there is training all throughout the system. There are tutorials. Now, if somebody that you bring in needs additional support, we do have that available, but there's an extra cost for that.
I think the thing that we were doing before, Marie, is we were doing this one-on-one with any new affiliate that we brought on. And what we basically told them is, when you have, go to your network, and when you have enough people to bring to a session,
a presentation,
we will show you exactly, we'll do the presentation to that group, and then we'll help you sign them up.
Yep. And I always use their code. So like during the summer sizzle, I had several people, one in particular that was a real estate agent, and she had 2 different presentations she did. And she invited everybody that she could think of to it. And we set a date and a time. And I said, well, let's just pick a date and a time and start inviting people to it. And if those times don't work, there are lots of other overviews that the company offers. But I'm glad to do this at this time. And during those 2 sessions, she ended up getting 7 people that signed up to either be a pro or an executive. So that's what we do, and that's what we recommend you do. And if you don't feel comfortable, if you're one of those people that doesn't feel comfortable yet doing a presentation, and you don't have your sponsor that can do that for you, invite them to the overviews that the company does. The only reason why I do my own is because then we can put a QR code up at the end that they can scan and get signed up right away, versus getting back with the person who invited them. That's the only reason why I do it. But I'm also very comfortable presenting, so I don't have a problem doing that. But if you do, just invite them to the Monday. There's a real estate, there's an insurance, there's a general business, and there's a network marketing / direct sales presentation now that are done for us. And there's a recording of almost every one of them out on YouTube, that if you don't feel comfortable, you could schedule. So this is what I would do. If I'm not comfortable and I still wanted to have control of the QR code at the end, invite everybody, say, we'll do a presentation Wednesday at noon, whatever, and invite people to come, and I'd go play the general business overview, and at the end then put up the QR code to get started. And I personally offer bonuses when somebody comes to a presentation if they'll sign up then. And I usually won't let the bonuses go more than a few days or a week at most. If they can't decide in a week, they don't get the bonuses.
And I think we're building Mailbox Power, kind of a hybrid type of a, affiliate marketing and relationship, or
Kind of a
multi-level
hybrid night,
marketing.
yeah.
It's kind of a hybrid, and the reason we do that is because, and anybody can build this business any way they want. That's the beauty of what we have here. But I think we have kind of a hybrid system only because what we're offering is marketing and then client retention and nurturing. And that's the part that most of us are familiar with, but we didn't have that in another company that we were with. And that was the missing component that we needed to be able to get business to understand this is what you need. So we've got the nuts and bolts to everything that we are offering business owners now. So like I said, I think it's kind of a hybrid. We'd like to do it one to many, but we like to be part of that many. It's not a question of just giving somebody a link, having them sign up, and then have somebody onboard them. We want that relationship with the people we bring on. And like I said, anybody can do this any way that they want. That's just the way we choose to do it.
And really, we are we are affiliate marketing, but we were originally network marketing and switched. And I really think that the culture of a network marketing company or direct sales company is here with Mailbox Power. We have the best of both worlds. And that we have these trainings, we have the morning calls for affiliates, and that many affiliate marketing companies don't have. So we just really feel like we have the best of everything, and that we can offer so much to business owners, even marketing wise, to grow their regular business versus Mailbox Power. So, Deborah.
It begs to ask, what do you guys use for bonuses? Don't tell the secret sauce, but tell me
I was thinking of that, Deborah, because everybody's like, well, wait a minute, you're a designer and I'm not a designer and I can't do those type of things. You could just go curate a favorites folder of your favorite designs of a birthday, half birthday, thank you, a nice to meet you, a thank you for the referral, a holiday. Go grab a top of mind automation like the LRC 13 touch holiday automation, or home tips, depending on what industry you're reaching out to, or the health, or the charcuterie board that's the 12 touch automation, and put that all in a folder. You've saved them time, because now you've said, these are my favorites and these are the things that I've seen other businesses be successful with. And just giving them that link could be a bonus. Okay. Or you can add bonus of you're willing to give them a half an hour, or you'll do a 1 hour training for the group, or whatever that might be. You have to curate that bonus based on your capabilities. But at a minimum, every one of you could go create a favorites folder and have a bonus.
Okay. I just wanted to know what it looked like. Thank you very much.
Yeah, there's lots more, Deborah, as you know, when it's us, but I'm trying to give you ideas of how each one of you can offer bonuses to your team or clients.
Prospects.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that we like about what we're doing is there are the essential touches, and that's basically what Brenda touched on, was the thank you, the birthday, the half birthday,
Nice to meet
nice
you.
to meet you, and the holiday card. I mean, that is 5 cards that could go out every other month, and you're staying in touch and in front of your clients.
Marie.
Well, I like what you just said to Deborah about a favorites folder. And I like what you said about just turning on a video, you know, getting everyone together for a meeting and just turning on a video and then showing the QR code. Because what you're demonstrating for them is you don't have to know how to present.
Yep.
You can do it just like this. Just turn on the video, show the QR code. And imagine if I tried to give them, I could never do this, Deborah, but if I created cards and gave them, then they think I've got to create cards. Are you kidding me? So yeah, I really like that. So thank you for that.
I got that idea just recently. So this is a new idea that I have put together, just kind of based on some of the things that I have seen Joe do and some of the bonuses that they offer in our master classes. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I could go create a favorites folder and just share a link. That's easy to do. I could send out an email with everybody that signed up from that. And that's a quick 5-minute at most task to offer something as extreme value to new people.
Right.
Kimberly.
Hi, I just so love this call. I have a question about the mailing list and setting the proper expectation. I'm going to be getting a list of businesses, and I know that through the pandemic, lots have moved and whatnot. So getting the list, say 100 businesses, what is the proper expectation to set on, you know, getting the return mail and the number of months that you need to, you know, touch them?
Awesome. That's a great question, Kimberly, because that comes up a lot in conversations. And so this is what I say, is it is not, the lists are not 100% accurate. There's no way to get 100% accurate list. But depending on whether it's a business or they're pulling individuals, let's just say business because it's the highest cost for the list. I say to them, you know what, if you were to go out on Facebook or any place else, you'd be paying at least $10, probably more like $30 or $50 for that lead. So I'm okay with spending 40 or 60 cents, even if only a third of them are good, for the lead. And then even if three of them are bad out of 10, yes, I had to pay the postage on the postcards at a minimum. Maybe if I'm on a pro, I have to pay a little bit for that medium postcard, but I'm still well below the cost of other lead gen systems. And so I always set them up to say, you're going to get returns. I have a lawyer that sent out 12,000 postcards. And yes, he got almost 1,000 back. But that's less than a 10% return rate. He was okay with it, and I'm okay with it because it's such a low cost for it. And so those are kind of the words that I use when I'm talking about the mailing list. Does that help, Kimberly?
Yes, it helps a great deal. And how long do you advise to, you know, stay in the game as far as prospecting to these to the list before you get a result?
So I always, again, we had this on a morning call, I think recently. I like to do, I say to them, you can never do a one and done. I mean, marketing is never a one and done thing. And so I would rather see you grab a small list and market to it multiple times. And the statistics of our company show that you need to send a minimum of 3 before you're going to get to the better results. But I really say that it takes 7 to 12 because that's what the national stats out there are for sales. And so really, if you want to get to the big money, you really want to get to those, to the best numbers, you're going to want to stay in the game for 7 to 12 mailings, because that's how many times it takes to generally, on average, make a sale.
Would you say 90 days?
It depends on how often they're going to mail. I again say to them, I compare BNI or a monthly networking because I'm a networker, and I say to them, there's a reason why BNI works. It's because you're in front of them every single week. I'm going to use real estate as an example. We're in the selling season. Actually, we're coming to the end of the selling season, and I have real estate agents all the time say, well, I want to send 1 a month. I'm like, let me give you a different perspective. So it's going to take you 3 months to get to 3 touches, which is where the sweet spot is to start getting good results. But in that 3 months, you might have sent 2 postcards. So now somebody's really thinking about it. And in that 3rd month, they go out and they meet somebody networking, and you've done all the work for your competition. Do you want to do all the work for your competition, or would you rather be in front of them every week so that your competition can't get there? So I recommend weekly, at a minimum bi-weekly. And again, I'd rather do a smaller list and do it weekly or bi-weekly than to do a big list, because you get much better results. And we can always, after a few months of that one list, we see how it works. And if that list isn't working, we go farm a different area or a different demographic for your business.
This was very helpful, and I don't even plan to do, once I get the list, I'm going to break that up and maybe do 50 for 90 days, see what the results are, and then do the other 50.
Yep. Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Anthony.
Hey guys, quick question on the compensation plan. We're just talking about, let's just say, or I'm just talking about like the pros and executives. Let's just say I sponsor someone and I'm already, I can get paid on level 2. And let's just say I sponsor someone and they sponsor someone, and the one I personally sponsored drops off.
Then they roll up.
Oh, it compresses like that?
Yes, it does. But
oh, that's awesome.
But here's the deal. If that person ever renews their membership, that client falls back to your level 2. So we keep all of the genealogy in place, that if they come back, at least currently in the compensation plan. So I say currently, it collapses, but if somebody rejoins and re-adds their membership, those customers stay attached to them.
Got it. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yep. So I want to open it up because I want to know, there's a few rock stars on this call. What do you do for bonuses, or what suggestions do you have? Or do you present in a different way that might be something that the rest of the group needs to hear? Because there's way more than one way to build this business. And if you don't raise your hand, I'm going to start calling people out.
Really the reason we started this call is because we know there's a lot of talent out there, and that there are different ways to do and prospect and sell. So we know that you have the ability, and it's just an ability to be able to put a mastermind together with all of this talent that we have out here, that you can give us and everyone else ideas about how to build this business.
Yeah, because I know I've had many conversations with many of you on here, and we learn from you every time we have a conversation with you. So please share away. We want this to be a think tank, not a directed one-way vehicle training. Eileen, I was hoping, because if you didn't raise your hand, I was going to call you out, girl.
I kept poking her saying, you better do something.
Well, thank you, Michael and Brenda, for doing this. It's really fun to be a part of this whole group, and I love the people that are in this group right now, too. I think for me, I don't know that I necessarily will offer bonus or anything specific all the time, but I probably would say something to the effect of, Brenda, I can see that you're very excited about it. What is it that you would need to feel confident in getting started? And so if they hem and they haw, I might say, I'll volunteer, Bob, and say, well, I know we can get your address book right away downloaded into our Mailbox Power address book.
And being
Whoops, and then now I've got something going on
converted
here.
into a political success.
Whoops. Then I always say to them, then I would love to help you get your first automation. Let's think about what would you like to receive from a business. So I more or less, I think I just try and take more steps to get them excited to get started right away.
I love that, Eileen, because believe it or not, you're offering bonuses. You're just doing it more one-on-one than one to a group. And when I offer a bonus, when I'm doing a presentation for myself or for somebody else, it's much easier to say, these are the things you're going to get if you sign up today or within the next few days or week. But we absolutely do that when I have a one-on-one type of presentation. I kind of tailor the bonuses. The bonuses to what makes sense for them.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. And I think as far as what you were talking about earlier, by the way, with the, for people in the affiliate program, I really love that phrase, self-funding marketing program, or self-funded. And so I do talk a lot about that now, about people getting more excited about being sure that your membership is covered and we have extra money for you for postage. And then I'll say, and extra money to do whatever you would like to. So I sort of grow that extra money.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there is definitely money to be made or to use in your business for whatever it is. It could be for an admin. It could be for, you could hire somebody with the money that you make from your Mailbox Power account if you're a business that your focus is your primary business. I mean, there's, I started doing some math, and I did I think it was a Monday morning, a couple of Mondays ago on my Facebook, I did a Facebook Live, and I was talking about what would it look like if you had $1,600 extra a month in your business for marketing, or it could pay your mortgage payment or that. What would that look like? And it's not that hard to do with Mailbox Power.
No.
No, you're right. Absolutely. Well, thank you both for doing these for all of us.
You're welcome. Thanks for being here and sharing.
I think the key that, or I guess the corner we've turned, is that by offering bonuses and offering to set their accounts up and being there to make sure that everything is ready to go with automations and everything else, what's happened is Brenda has, or we have one client that basically every time she talks to someone, she talks to them about Mailbox Power. She's not an affiliate. We've asked her to be an affiliate. But what's happened is she's opened up her network to us. And that's exciting. When you get people to start opening up their networks to you, things absolutely change. And I think doing it the way we're doing it and offering to make sure we cement them in and make them a part of a community, I think really helps in building your business.
And
No, that
the other,
brings me to, whoops.
I'm sorry, go
go
ahead.
ahead, Eileen.
Oh, I was just saying, one of the things that Bob and I have talked about recently, and I'm not sure how it would work, maybe this is a good mastermind group here to see this. I feel like I recognize a lot of the people here and feel friendships with a lot of the people here in this community. That doesn't always happen with the pro user, that's the customer. And I know that we have, of course, the certified trainers, you all do a great job, but it's too bad there's something we couldn't do to establish a community of the users more. And I was thinking, I don't know, if it was something like each week, you could jump on something like this, and we're gonna be discussing different thank you cards you can send out, or just something to create. How do you thank your customers, or something to get the businesses more active? I don't know.
That's a great
That is a great
suggestion,
idea.
Eileen, and I would put it in the chat. I know that behind the scenes, and I think you've been in some of those discussions in the mastermind, and that I know that that has come up to have customer centric events. And I think once we have our building finished, we have the space, and I think that that is a plan for the future. I don't know when, but please put that in the chat, because any suggestions you have, please put them in the chat. And I always tell a customer or an affiliate, put suggestion : in the chat. Because if you don't, you can put the support staff on defense, like, well, we don't have that. If they know that you're putting in a suggestion, then they're in a different frame of mind when they read it, and they can just say, thank you so much for the suggestion. We'll put it in the database, we'll pass it on, versus them trying to answer what they think is a question.
Right. Thank you.
Deborah.
No
Not
problem. When I heard you say that, Eileen, what immediately came to mind is we have the ability to do that even before corporate takes action.
Yep.
All we have to do is go in the user group and say, hey, I'm going to be here every Monday. And if you got a question, put it in here. I'm going to show you some things. Nobody will complain. You also have the ability to do that in the post. I think that corporate is having a little bit of a problem trying to figure out where they're going to be and what they're going to do. They'll hear this, and I'll say it out loud. What we're doing with the overviews and stuff is nice, but I think we did better before. Okay, so that like when someone isn't going to be available, they're comfortable with putting on a recording. Well, we never did it like that. People, when they come to a meeting, they get somebody live. Right. And I think that that's real important, that saying, no, just, you host the meeting and put on the recording. Why?
Well, I'm going to play devil's advocate there, yeah. Deborah, because if you have a live meeting, but you play the recording, you are there to answer questions, and you do have the excitement.
No, in overviews, there are no questions answered.
No, what I'm saying is, if you host and play a recording, so you go grab the recording, you have
in my own in my own meeting, but I'm talking about one that's coming from corporate. That's a problem.
Oh, got it. Yes.
Yeah, so you invited someone to go to the corporate overview, and they're being fed a video for whatever reason. There's a reason for it. Somebody wasn't available or whatever, but that just did not set well with me. It's like, no, because you bring people, because we tell people there is a live person available. Now, if I want to get a group of people together and say, tell you what, I want you to hear what corporate has to say, but I'm here to answer questions, that's different. The other ones are 30 minutes long and there are no questions answered. They're like, really, they're looking for a new way to do it. And it's, they're still trying. But where I started was that we have the ability through our Facebook groups to create whatever. And, corporate has been really lenient with us. So if we wanted to do something, if you have enough customers and you'd like them to get to know you better and other customers to get to know you better, use the Facebook group. It's there.
Is it, and I'm gonna put one caveat on that. You're welcome to do that as long as you're not promoting something else. It can, if you're going to put stuff in the Facebook groups, the user or the affiliate, it is strictly Mailbox Power. You don't talk about any of your other businesses. You talk just about how to use Mailbox Power or marketing strategies for them. So I just want to put that caveat out there, because there have been some people posting in the two groups that are more promoting their other business. And that's not what they're looking for. They want to keep that Mailbox Power specific.
See, I missed that. They must have gotten pulled down before I saw it. And and I know we have to say that, but kind of, you guys, come on, that's common sense,
Yeah.
What I also wanted to point out, and thank you guys for what you're doing. Once again, my pet peeve is always do what works for you.
Right.
You've shown us another way. You don't imitate what they're doing, but take what they're doing and how does it fit in with who you are? If you're a person who is really comfortable delivering the overview yourself, then deliver it. But they've given you our ways of doing it. You can take somebody to the corporate one, or you can take somebody and show them the corporate video, and then you add to it whatever you feel most comfortable with, because that's what you're going to be willing to do. That's what's going to work for you. And I just love that we have all these ideas coming in and you go, oh, because to be honest with you, I'm like Eileen, we did bonuses, but I didn't label them as such. So now I'm going back and relabel this like, no. If you want my time, if you want me to do, we're going to do this now. And that makes a whole lot of sense. So thanks you guys for sharing that.
Yeah, and I know somebody, I think it was Eileen, or somebody said that they don't like to do bonuses and put a timeline on it, but that's exactly why I do, Deborah, because my time is valuable, and if they don't sign up now, the follow-up, the time it's going to take me to follow up with them is a lot more than just saying, here's some bonuses, get started now. It saves me a ton of time and mental anguish in a
But
way.
again, that's because you're going to follow up. Some
Right.
other people aren't going to ever follow up.
Right.
And that's a choice. But I guess I really want everybody to know that, and Casey says it all the time, there's enough room at the table for everybody.
For everyone. Yep.
However you're going to do it, I love that they're sharing ideas and that we can all share ideas and you can take a piece of it or whatever. But do what works best for you, your family, and your business, and be comfortable with it. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. We're all here to collaborate and share. I hope I speak for everybody else. We are not in competition with each other. It's not that. I love this group because it's not. And just for the record, Brenda, you may call me Debbie if you like. I'll take it from you. Not from you, I don't start, but you certainly may.
Well, thank you, Deborah. We've gone now 49 minutes. We like to try to keep these to 45 minutes. Are there any last minute thoughts? Because if there's a thought that goes with what we've trained, I don't want to not have it brought out. No? Awesome.
Well, thank you all for showing up tonight, and we really do appreciate you. If you got value out of what we presented tonight, invite other people. We'd like to see this call grow. And if you have any suggestions for topics, we're open to that too. All right, everybody, have a good night.
Thanks.